Hey everyone, this is Emanuel, your body code practitioner out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I wanted to do a special video for you guys. I'm going to be reading this book, which obviously is going to be backwards, but The Emotion Code by Dr. Bradley Nelson. And this is the updated and expanded one, which I'm so excited about. Just came out early May of 2019. And if you haven't read this new version yet, I'm here with you because I haven't read it yet either. But I want to share with you guys insights as a body code practitioner. I've been doing this work for about 4.5 years. Probably in the last 3 years, probably been working with about 80 to 100 clients a week. So I've been staying very busy, not because I like to stay busy, but it's because I love what I do. It's my passion, it's my mission in life. And if those of you who've watched my other videos before, you know that I'm excited about this type of work. And I'm just excited to read this book with you. And so hopefully you can strap in. And if you're someone who's a very busy person, you can just turn me on in the morning time and listen to me while you're driving to work. And I'm going to go through this whole book. I'm just going to share different insights. I might stop and say, I want to put some input into this. And when I say that, obviously it means I'm not reading from the book. It's just my own personal opinion. It's not the opinion of Discover Healing. It's not the opinion of Dr. Brad, but just my own opinion on what I'm reading. And hopefully it'll add some insight to you, whether you're becoming a practitioner or whether you're thinking about becoming a practitioner, or maybe you just want to do energy healing for your family and friends. I just want to add some insight to help you out. Obviously, if you have any questions or there's anything I can do, just go ahead and comment below. And I will help you out. And so I want to read about 5 pages a day, and I'm going to do this from Monday through Saturday. Sunday I'm going to take off, because it's the Sabbath. But Monday through Saturday I'm going to go make a video for you guys and just read 5 pages. So I'm going to start with the introduction. Obviously, I'm going to avoid the acknowledgments and things like that, but it is actually worth looking into, especially Tony Robbins adding his input here. And I think one of the major things I just want to make a little note of in the foreword, he says, I always say complexity is the enemy of execution. It is a beautiful thing when something is not only effective, but it's also simple to do and easy to learn. And I just wanted to acknowledge that there's so many different modalities, so many different methods, and the fact that a 7-year-old or a 15-year-old or a 90-year-old can go into this and learn this by themselves and learn muscle testing is just an incredible thing. And I think all beautiful things are simple in regards to healing. It shouldn't be this complex thing. Tony Robbins talks about how you don't have to dip into a conversation of like, what did you go through and what did you do and all this and everything. You just release the energy and then you're almost neutralizing what you've experienced before. And so I want to start off with a note to readers. I'm going to start off with the introduction. So go ahead and go to the introduction page. Let's read together. Or if you're driving, just listen in. And then, like I said, I'm going to just be sharing some insights here. And I'm going to go only from introduction to 5. And then tomorrow, I'm going to do 5 to 10. And the next day, I'm going to do 10 to 15. I'm just going to go through this. And I'm not going to make a huge introduction like I'm doing right now. But I just wanted to share my input like I was mentioning before. So the first thing is introduction. It has been immensely gratifying to witness this amazing growth and acceptance that energy healing has experienced since the Emotion Code was first published in 2007. I've often said that all the experiences of my life have prepared me to bring this simple and beautiful tool into this world. And just to let you guys know, here's my little input here, is that it's always nice to kind of share your beginning and your origin to your clients, to let them know, why are you doing this? Like this is very important that people want to connect with you and say, how did this come into your life? Even if you're doing this for your family, they're going to want to ask, why are you doing this? Like, why are you so interested in this? And I think it's our job to just write a short little 3 to 5 sentence kind of little bleep there in the beginning in your mind to say, this is, I was having a headache and I used it on myself and now I don't have a headache anymore. People want to hear those things. And so that's something like whatever you're doing, whether you're a practitioner or just going to stay a client or you want to heal just your family, come with your, obviously get a testimony of this work and then use that story everywhere you go. It's the easiest way to allow people to be open to work with you. Anyway, so back to the paragraph here. I very sincerely believe that this healing method comes from above, from the divine source of all truth. It is coming into the world at a time when it is desperately needed. Note to self, he kind of has a very universal thing here. He doesn't say God, creator, or many gods or anything like that. He just says, it came from above. And so I love this work because I work with people with all types of religion, all types of faith. I love that. I was directed to go into the healing arts by a very powerful and clear answer to prayer at a time when I was asking for help from above to determine the direction my life should take. The emotion code is a healing method that I developed in my small holistic clinic in Southern California in the early 1990s. It came together as I worked on patients daily, finding out what worked, discarding what didn't, and learning everything I could about any sort of healing method my colleagues were using, and from ancient texts on healing as well. My gifted wife, Jean, worked with me, and is one of the most intuitive people I've ever met, proved to be a great help to me. I also developed a private personal habit of quickly and silently asking for God's help with each patient when I was about to treat, and so gathered gradual and sometimes sudden inspiration from above. And that's obviously something recommended to our clients. Just a side note here, recommended to take a time to ask for help. 5 or 10 seconds, I always say to my client, hey, let's just take 10 seconds to ask for some help from your higher source or your higher self or God or creator. I always say that to anyone. And most people have respect. They say, okay, yeah, let's take 10 seconds real quick. Since 2009, I've spoken on hundreds of radio shows and made many television appearances. I've taught the emotion code technique to people from all walks in life, and I have been privileged to see it take root and grow in far-flung areas around the world. I have witnessed thousands of people discover their own healing abilities who otherwise never would have. Many marriages have been saved. Many cases of depression, anxiety, and panic attacks have been resolved. People have been able to get out of pain and find the peace they have been longing for. My team at Discover Healing has trained and certified thousands of people from all over the world. Many of these certified emotion code and body code practitioners are making a living by helping others, and that's yours truly. I've been able to have a living doing this for 4 years, and there's so many practitioners that are doing this part-time, full-time, and the beautiful thing is I can sleep well at night knowing that I'm helping people out. So they work with clients whose lives will often be forever changed, even though many times healer and client may never meet in person. I would say 99.5% of people that I work with are not even are actually out of the country or out of the state. So it's kind of a beautiful thing that I can work with people via proxy, which we'll talk about later on. So I consider myself to be the messenger for this method. That is all. I am the spokesman, the teacher. I believe this is my purpose in this world, to tell the world that healing is possible. And let's see here. To tell the world that we have a divine creator above us who is real, who lives, who loves us, wants us to be healed, who wants us to grow, to unlock our healing gifts, to ask for help, and to eventually return home having learned to love unconditionally. When we are attempting to help another, when we ask for divine help in doing so, we access a source of unlimited power, a source that has nothing but love for us, perfect understanding of who we really are, and the glorious potential we each have within us. And so I love, one of the greatest things you'll hear Dr. Brad say is you'll hear him say, I just work down here. If you guys want to practice that with me, I just work down here. And it really shows the humility he has, that he is literally just a messenger. He's said before that the greatest job of a healer, a role of the healer, is to be the in-between between the creator and someone else. And that's what we're really doing, is we're just the middle person. So we shouldn't take all the credit. We should always, whenever someone does say, hey, thanks for doing this, I always say, thank the creator, or thank, the higher source. And it really allows people to kind of just point upwards. So I just kind of, I like to say that we're a lot, I just work down here. And that will also help them to be open as well. And so another thing too is when we are attempting to help let's see here, my light's kind of acting funny here. Give me 1 second, guys. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's okay. Okay, so when we are, I'll just do it like this. Hold on 1 second. Okay, that's off. And let me see. We'll just do this for now. So when our emotional baggage stands in the way of each of us developing into the best and purest version of ourselves, as you will learn in this book, some of your baggage is from your own life experiences, and some of it you have inherited from the lives and hardships of your ancestors. Either way, the emotion code will enable you to find and release that emotional baggage, not only from yourself, but from your family members and other loved ones as well. You can use the emotion code to make dramatic differences in the lives of anyone you care for, including your pets. Open your heart and mind, and I will take you on a journey and share with you the most powerful, most efficient, yet easiest healing method ever devised, the emotion code. All right, we're almost done here. We're just going to read 2 more pages. Truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities. Truth is not, by Mark Twain. Where would you be without your emotions? If the sum total of all your experiences makes up the tapestry of your life, it is the emotions you've experienced that give the tapestry its color. Try to imagine for a moment a world where no emotions could occur. No joy would be possible. No feelings of happiness, bliss, charity, or kindness. No love would be felt. No positive emotions of any kind. On this imaginary, emotionless planet, there would be no negative emotions either. No sorrow, no anger, no feelings of depression, no grief. To live on such a planet would be merely to exist. With no ability to feel emotions, life would be reduced to a gray, mechanical ritual from cradle to grave. Be grateful that you can feel emotions. But there are emotions you've experienced that you'd rather not have felt. If you are like most people, your life has had its darker times. You've probably experienced moments of anxiety, as well as times of grief, anger, frustration, and fear. You may have experienced periods of sorrow as well as depression. And let me see. Sorry, guys. Move this over here. It's just technology sometimes. Okay. You may have experienced periods of sorrow as well as depression, low self-esteem, hopelessness, or any wide variety of negative emotions. What you may not realize is that some of the negative emotions you've experienced, even though you may have felt them long ago, may be creating problems for who you know now. Yes, some of your old experiences are still affecting you in subtle yet very damaging ways. The emotion code is about finding those old emotions and releasing them forever. So I think most people are aware that there are things inside your body that you don't feel. Most people out there, when they talk to psychologists and therapists, which is kind of the grandeur of what we're dealing with right now. This is a side note here. I'll just say, like, Emanuel speaking here. I've noticed that most people are used to going to therapists, and the thing is that what do they mostly talk about is their past. What they don't know is that there's energies that are causing this past to feel kind of almost like leaving your skin raw, like it's still not healed yet, and it's still in your body. I think that's where this emotion code goes even further. That it's not just talking about it won't make it go away, which I'll talk about later on. It's removing these energies to make you feel peace with it, because that word is thrown around a lot, which is neutralize your past. What does it really mean? It means to make peace with your past, but talking about it and waiting for time, or maybe time makes everything heal. That's not necessarily true, and it's all about releasing the actual energy that came from that time. And so one of the things that was beautiful about the emotion code is the less reactivity. If you were writing notes down, less reactivity. So if you're having a bad day, I always ask people, or my clients, I always say, if you're having a bad day, what's an emotion that you can easily feel? And I just wait. It's either anger, sadness, frustration, who knows, just some type of feeling, or lost, whatever it is. Trust me, there's a reason why they kind of lean towards that emotion. Maybe they've felt that emotion many times in their lives. Maybe there's many trapped emotions of that same emotion in their childhood, or it's inherited from their family members, or when they were teens. But something's going on with that triggers that emotion to come back. So I use that a lot with my clients. You can say, if you want to work with someone emotionally, just ask them, what's the emotion you feel when you're having a really bad day? And then also you might also get it absorbed from your mother or your father. So, all right, so I just want to continue with reading here. Much of our suffering is due to negative emotional energies that have been trapped within us. The emotion code is a simple and powerful method of finding and releasing these trapped energies. Many people have found that when they free themselves of the trapped emotions, they are able to live healthier and happier lives. A single trapped emotion can create both physical and emotional problems. The following real-life example illustrates how releasing trapped emotional energy using the emotion code can result in astonishing and sudden improvements in physical and emotional wellness. Now, our practice here, I used to work for Coding Alternative. If you guys want to see some amazing reviews, definitely go over there and look up Facebook, Coding Alternative, CODING Alternative. Now, I don't work there anymore. I work for Compass Healing. But if you want to go there and just look at reviews. Now, obviously, if you're someone that's a practitioner you want to gather up your reviews. It's all about, we live in a very Amazon world, and people want to read, what are people experiencing working with you. But for right now, if you want your client to believe in this work, go ahead and let them borrow my reviews. You guys can use it as a tool and say, okay, come back obviously afterwards to work with me, but here's some really nice reviews, and we have over 450 5-star reviews. Just let them know what's possible. And anyway, so that's a little mention here, but here's some different things here. It says Allison's debilitating hip pain left her instantly, and she was able to dance in her performance that night. Linda's constant feelings of suicidal depression went away. Jennifer's chronic anxiety was gone, and she felt the total confidence she'd been longing for. Lori could feel God's love for her for the first time in her life. Cheryl, these are all these amazing examples. Cheryl was finally able to shed her anger toward her ex-husband and create a wonderful, loving relationship with a new man. Julia aced her test after having it failed several times. Larry's foot pain disappeared along with his limp. Connie's allergies disappeared. Neil's 2-year-long feeling of resentment towards his boss vanished. Yolanda finally lost the weight she'd been struggling to lose for years. Joan's bulimia was gone within a week. Tom's vision improved. Jim's shoulder pain disappeared. Mindy's carpal tunnel syndrome went away. Sandy's knee pain, which she had seen through the doctors for, was gone in moments. Carol's night terrors, which had plagued her for over 30 years, were gone within a week and did not return. I was present at each of these events and many others like them. In many years of practice and teaching, I've seen countless seemingly miraculous healings such as these, all as a result of simply releasing trapped emotions using the emotion code. My purpose in writing this book is to teach you how to find and remove trapped emotions from yourself and from others. Whether you are a doctor or a fisherman, a housewife or a teenager, you can learn the emotion code. It's simple. Anyone can learn how to be free from the very real and damaging effects of trapped emotions. So we're just going to leave it right here. Actually, I think let me finish the what are trapped emotions. What are emotions? As you live through the days and years of your life, you are continually experiencing emotions of one sort or another. These feelings you have all serve a purpose. They provide motivation, direction, and communication from your body, your higher self, and the divine. Negative emotions can also be useful, even if they are at times uncomfortable or painful. All of us experience negative emotional extremes at times. It seems to be part of what it means to be human. Our emotions don't come out of nowhere. They are generated by our bodies based on 2 criteria: what we are experiencing in the moment and information stored in our bodies and minds from past experiences. So whether we are feeling happiness or shame, that emotion comes from deep within and for a reason. So basically he's saying that, this is Emanuel's side note, is that all emotions are a teacher for us. And that's the way we should look at it. I love what Tony Robbins said once, and it's good because he forwarded this book. He says, life isn't happening to you, life is happening for you. Again, I'll say it again. Life isn't happening to you, life is happening for you. What does that mean? 0 victimhood. You can't be a victim if you realize everything is happening for you, for your growth. So what are emotions, back to the book, what are emotions made of? We will discuss this in more depth later in the book, but simply put, emotions are vibrations of pure energy. Every emotion has its unique vibrational frequency. Everything in the universe is made of energy, and emotions are no exception. Quantum physics has proven that energies affect other energies. So it follows that we are affected by the energy of our emotions simply because our bodies are also made of energy. This simple fact is the reason our emotions can affect us so profoundly on a mental, emotional, and physical level. All right, guys, so we ended on the top of page 6, and I have more notes here. See, I'm not messing around here. I'm taking, I don't know if you can see this. I'm taking some notes here, and every time I read, I'm going to just tell you kind of like from my own experience what I got from this, and hopefully you'll find some insights in it. So join me tomorrow, which will be Tuesday. Today's Monday, and I'm going to be on the daily every single day. I'm going to be reading 5 pages. Definitely let your friends know that I'm doing this. Go to Compass Healing on YouTube, subscribe to it, put the little bell on the side, bing, that way it like sends you a notification, and I'll be committed to finish this whole book. 5 pages. I'm going to be learning something. I'm going to be taking notes. I'm excited to take this journey with you. And share this on your Facebook page. Share this on your Twitter. Just let people know that I'm doing this because, like I said, I really feel like my insights could add something to this book. And also, I've been mentored by Dr. Brad. I've had dinner with him many times. I've been to his house. And there's just some things that he's told me. Obviously, the things that he told me not to mention, obviously I'm not going to mention, but there are some things that he's told me that can really add some more insight to this work. So I'm excited that we're doing this journey together, and look forward to seeing you soon. If you haven't had a free session, a complimentary session, or if a practitioner invited you to do this video, obviously respect the practitioner and go back to them. But if this is kind of like your first time just looking into this and you haven't had a free session, we can definitely offer that for you here at Compass Healing. I'll leave my link below. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I'll try to answer them when I get the chance. So with that, love you guys, love and light, and we'll talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye.